Good morning. Kirsty, good morning. This is all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Kundalini and put on a bandhan. Good to see you here all this morning so early. It's hard to get up in the mornings when it's dark and raining. So, Jai Shri Mataji, welcome all to this morning's meditation. Let us start the program. And first of all, Mother's three great mantras. Let us welcome Shri Mataji by praising her. Having a few technical difficulties here. I was going to play the Maha mantras on video, but for some reason my sound has just played up. So I'll sing the affirmations and you can join in with me. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Maha Lakshmi Maha Saraswati Maha Kali Trigunit Maka Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Amen. Verily you are Ma Lakshmi, Shri Mara Saraswati and Shri Mahakali, the essence of the three qualities, the Kundalini, the primordial Shakti, Divine Mother, Immaculate Goddess, we surrender to you. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Amen. Verily you are Shri Kalki, the primordial Shakti, Divine Mother, Immaculate Goddess, we surrender to you. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sarastra Swaminini Moksha Pradainini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Amen. Verily you are Shri Kalki, the goddess of the Sarasrara chakra, the divine mother, who gives spiritual liberation. Immaculate goddess, we surrender to you. With love in our hearts, let's take one mantra to Shri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesha, I'm going to be worthy of your attention. Please make me innocent so that I am in your attention. Shri Mother, you who are Shri Ganesha, please give me wisdom and discrimination. Shri Mataji. Let us raise a few strands of Kundalini up to Sahasrara with our right hand and the left hand facing upwards on our palm. Let us feel the vibrations flowing in through us. Take our attention to the top of our head. Press down on the top of our head and rotate around, massaging the top of the head. Finally, raise your hand a couple inches, centimeters above your head as to pull the Kundalini up. See if you can feel it on top of your head. Let us take one mantra to Shri Brahmadeva Saraswati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Brahmadeva Saraswati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, please be in our attention. May we be humble at your lotus feet. May we always respect and have reverence for you as we come humbly before you. Let us take one mantra to Sri Radhakrishna. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Radha Krishna Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Please may we be a detached witness, but still part and parcel of the whole. May my thoughts be of a realized soul. May I be able to forgive all mankind. May I be able to forgive myself. If I've done anything against my spirit, please forgive me. Take one mantra to Sri Jesus Mary. Om Tvameva Sakshat, Sri Jesus Mary Sakshat, Sri Adi Shakti Mataji, Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Also one mantra to Sri Radha Krishna. Om Tvameva Sakshat, Sri Radha Krishna Sakshat, Sri Adi Shakti Mataji, Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Take one mantra to Sri Sahasrara Swamini Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat, Sri Sahasrara Swamini Sakshat, Sri Adi Shakti Mataji, Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. May all our channels be integrated and joined together at Sahasrara through our Kundalini awakening. May we feel the coolness above our heads. May every cell of our being be filled with your divine love and bliss. Jai Shri Mataji. Let's take a few minutes in meditation together, quietly. I'll try and put some music on in the background, but if you wish to meditate silently, you can turn the volume down. let us listen to a video by Shri Mataji from 1982. This one's called Ego and Humility. It was at Nightingale Lane, Ashram, London, UK. This goes for about 22 minutes.
She's outside. Just call her. Go and call her. Yes. You must send her work. Very busy people. How are you? Good. We had a very good session. I should say, and a very successful trip in Portugal, and even better in Spain. Portugal is a place where gurus have touched very nicely, because people are too simple, I think. And because they are too simple, they are affected too hard. And I was really confronted with so many sick people there who have been to gurus, who have been only for 2-3 years with that, are badly affected. And surprisingly, how the whole thing is exposed, that we may be able to do much better in Portugal. Now the Portuguese people get a lot of wine, they drink a lot. They really drink. I mean, they have all kinds of wines in their country. It's a very big problem of that place is it has many wines. And I think the drunkenness make them extremely lethargic. And that lethargy brought down that empire. You can see it's a very huge place. I mean, the buildings, if you see, are very beautifully done. Lots of buildings with lots of architecture, and all that is like a desolate place. The reason is the people who were at the time quite affluent, were doing well. Gradually unemployment started settling down. Lots of strikes, just the same thing as I feel is happening in this country. And unemployment, and amounting to starvation. First they used to get doles and all that as we get here. Gradually it stopped. Now it's so bad that all of them have to depend on their parents. There's no way. They have no source of income. Very few industries. It's one of the poorest country in the whole of Europe. That made me think about India. So we have to know that this country also may face a phase if we do not get up now. It's all right to divert your attention to Falkland and all that, but it cannot feed you. So we have to understand, all the Sahajogis must understand, that they all must have some sort of a degree or something on the paper. That's very important. And though you are all realized souls, and you are spiritually so endowed, everything is there. But you have to think of the whole. If the country completely goes down in its production and its capacity to activate itself, you will go down too. So your attention should be now. Of course, you should not be materialistic, but towards putting more activity into you, even in sadhana, in meditating, in working it out in yourself. So lethargy is not going to pay. And this is one thing, it's such an inertia that exists, that unless and until you really put in complete willpower, this inertia may not be combated, may be very difficult. Even in Sahaja, it is very easy to escape and explain, you see, yourself, oh, I got up and this happens, that happens. But I think the symptoms are of a very dangerous time. And as Sahajogis, you have to really be patriotic about it, and you have to think about it. After all, you are symbols of the English people. Whatever works out in you will start working out in the rest. So how you behave towards yourself and towards the general atmosphere is very, very important. Now towards Sahaja also, the attitude has to be understood very clearly. You see, like a Maharaja in India, who lives in quite great comfort, first of all, lives like a lord, and he orders about to see. And then everything is lost. But still he talks like a lord, he behaves like a lord. His whole thing is the same way. Though it's not that the kingdom is there, that he's the ruler, but he'll talk like that to everyone, because the habits have formed. I think the mind also has formed the habit. The whole atmosphere is charged with such ego since long. And that's why towards Sahaja also the attitude has to be humbler, much humbler. Because without humility you cannot do. That's one thing you must understand. It's no question of you rationally saying something about it or explaining about it. But you see, basically, one has to be extremely humble. First of all, it's a very big privilege to get realization. You know that. It's a greater privilege to go in. And it's the greatest to be a Sahaja. It's a very great privilege that you have, which very few people have. And you are the ones who are chosen special. But the humility part of it is still missing about Sahaja. About Sahaja. Like we should ask, make me a better Sahaja, a humbler Sahaja, a compassionate Sahaja, a sweeter Sahaja, dissolve my. This is very important, we must understand. Because whatever works out in you will work out in this country. Arrogance is something that with ego you can never understand you have been arrogant. The way you talk to others, the way you behave towards others, you will never understand because there is ego. If you are standing in the darkness, the light is there, but it is covered with something. How will you understand where is the light? So humility must be there because you people have very developed brains. Very developed, overdeveloped brains. And that brain can, you see, always tell you, you're better than another. You see, always. The another one is no good, and the third one is useless. See, you are the best. That's typical of the brain teachings. And when it starts working out, it's very difficult to see that the one who is saying this is nowhere. Because from the point where you see, you cannot see what you are saying. What you see is the whole thing as if You have to command it. You have to ask for it. Of course, the quality is very much changing now. Everybody is becoming very, very, very sweet and sober, and nobody now demands anything from me. Like, you must give me this, mother, you have to do it, you have to look after me. After all, I have been to your Caxton Hall once, you see. And how dare you do not look after my mother when she met an accident? Something like that. That's over now. That's over. The quality is improving now. One has started learning now how to laugh at your own ego and this and that. But I personally think that one has to realize that if you represent this country to your mother, then it has to improve. Still I have to improve. I have to go ahead. I have to go further with it. And I have to develop that beauty of humility. Like in Portugal, they told me, Lord Byron, whom I think to be a useless fellow, absolutely good for nothing, and I regretted every minute why he was created on this earth. He went and said, thank you. He went and said, Sintra is a very beautiful place. Sintra is too good to be wasted on Portuguese. It should have been from Mr. Lord Byron, whosoever he may be. Just see, different. And it pinches everyone, everybody feels. But think, if you are the person about whom it said, this is fun. All right. So one has to develop a kind of humility that I have to still receive. Come forward, come forward. I have to still get it. It has to work out. Now, when it comes to that kind of an attitude, then you turn round. Turn round upon yourself. What have you done for Sahaja Yoga? One question. Simple. What have you done for Sahaja Yoga? How many people have you given realization? How many people have you been able to cure? How much peace have you got within yourself? How much blissful are you? How much compassion have you got? How much forgiveness and patience you have for others? How much of sharing you can do? These are the signs of surgeries. That you break your shell, you become the collector. How much do you understand others? And how much do you understand giving others? What have you given to others, even on material level? Let's see. These questions should be put to yourself. On a very material level, these questions have to be asked. On a very material level, because the light comes down up to material level. How many people you can forgive? You are realized soul. You are prophets, no doubt. You can make others prophets. But you have to be the quality also. The quality of a prophet is his nobility. He's so noble. Nobleness. In comparison with other people who are not realized souls, he is nobler. He is more dignified. He is much more forgiving. So the whole way of dealing with others will change. He is obedient. You have to obey. And it's such a we have to obey our good will. Otherwise we are difficult people. It's impossible. Nobody can do anything to you. If you are like a thorn, how can anybody help? So the quality of a Sahaja is measured by another kind of a measure. It's not the way human beings measure the quality of other human beings. Like somebody has a good taste, for example, so then people say, oh, he's great with a good taste. Or if he has a big prawn, oh, he's a big man. Or he talks like that, or he walks like that, or he says this, that, and all those things. Or a question like this, why did you say like that? All these words, they sound very hard to me. Why do you do like that? This kind of a language itself was not there in this English language. Nowadays the language is so changed and very rude, very arrogant, and very harmful. So first ask yourself, because Sahaja will spread, of course, slowly and steadily, I hope, only through your images. You are the reflectors. You put my thousands of posters. I'm so unique, They say, all right, this unique personality is taken out. No good. What about the disciples? So, actually whatever is in the lower level animals is important. Like in lower level animals, the king is the one, say the tiger, has to kill an animal, big animal. It is he who only can kill. Till human stage also perhaps it is so. The one who can really dominate others, survival of the fittest, is the rule. Is the other way out. It's changed completely. How much free you are in your ideas, or you are still identified with old ideas. But free doesn't mean abandonment by any chance. Freedom means you respect the freedom of others. First and foremost thing of freedom is that you must respect the freedom of others. Even God respects your freedom. He cannot give you realization if you don't want it. You cannot force it. So respect the freedom of others. But that does not mean by respecting the freedom of others, there should be abandonment. If somebody is abandoned in Sahaja, he goes out of the circulation of Sahaja. It's not coming in. So important, I've told you 100 times. It's the throwing out part of it, you see. Sometimes I feel I should give some glues to stick on. Maybe the wheel can turn very fast and some of half-baked may be thrown out back again into the oven. So, I feel in these countries where I went, Spain, they call it Spain still half developing, Portugal developing. I don't know what you think about Italy, whatever it is called. Very humble people. Very humble from the very first day. Anyone who comes from the very first day, they are very humble, and because they are humble, they are sensitive to me. Because you have to be really very humble to be sensitive to me. That's a fact. Because I am too simple, naive, as if I do not understand anything. I look like that. As if I have no knowledge of anything. Very simple woman, talks in a very simple way, is very friendly, is all right. So to understand me, you have to be extremely humble. And if you cannot go to that level of humility, you cannot see. And you cannot understand. And the more you start understanding, the more humble you become. naturally, because you know what it is. So, I've told you many times about humility part of it, but my experience of these countries was, where I went there, I mean, they're very humble people, very humble. About Sahaja, extremely humble people. Even the new people were very humble. Spanish people, same thing, extremely humble. You see, Don had told me that they have an ego of a bullfighter. But the one who came this time was so humble, I was amazed. Even if I could touch them, that was sufficient for me. Nobody pulled my hand, nothing. So this is what it is. One has to understand that we have certain tags of our past, which has to go down. The language should be extremely humble language. Try to read. I don't know whose language is so humble. Maybe mine. I don't know. But try to read books where people speak humble language, humble way of talking. You'll enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Humility is the glory of such a peace. It's the only way they will grow. It's like putting your roots down and down and down.
I'll leave that talk there today, this morning, and I'll post the talk online later. Now let us take some time in quiet meditation to contemplate the beautiful words from Shri Mataji about humility and our ego. Jai Shri Mataji. I'll put some music on in the background. Mary, Mary, Nirmala Mata. To Shri Mataji, who is the guardian of the world, please keep me as a dust particle at your lotus feet. Jai Shri Mataji. When you're ready to end your meditation, please bow down, raise your kundalini and put on a bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji.
Shri Mataji, Nirmala Devi, चलती है तुम्हारी, आया है तेरे घर पे, सजी तेरा दीवाना, आया है तेरे घर पे, सजी तेरा दीवाना, हम चरण कमल की धूल बना के रखो निर्मल माता, हम चरण कमल की धूल बना के रखो निर्मल माता, मेरी माता, मेरी माता, मेरी माता, निर्मल माता, मेरी माता, मेरी माता, मेरी माता, निर्मल माता, माता, मेरी माता, माता, मेरी माता, माता, मेरी माता, माता, मेरी
Shri Mataji. Have a wonderful day today.